Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Guna Matters. This match day, Carabao Cup final, and so much to unpack. Now let's start with the Wembley curse. The Wembley curse has got particular significance to one particular goal scorer, and what a goal scorer he is. He's phenomenal since he's coming to the Premier League in England. He has been firing away with so much goals. Now there is a Wembley curse that we know of, and Erling Haaland has not been performing well on the Wembley Stadium. Now, just to give you a bit of a context, is that he had 5 to 6 appearances for Man City at Wembley in various finals, and he hasn't scored a goal since, and he hasn't recorded an assist as well. So he's got zero goals, 0 assists in 5 appearances for Man City. And to top that all, he had 9 shots at goal, and 3 of that 9 shots was on target. So that's a very poor statistic. If you look at it, it's Erling Haaland, the monster of goals. He's scoring goals for fun. But at the Etihad, he has not really performed well. Now, that could change today. That could change for a number of reasons. But also, there's other stats. I think for the last 6 games that Arsenal has played Man City at the Wembley, they only won us once, and that was the League Cup in 2018, where they beat us at Wembley. And since in every other 5 games, we've beaten them at Wembley. So this is a different team. But the stats between the 2 clubs that is there is that, again, 6 ties against each other at Wembley, and Arsenal is 5-1 in aggregate. Now, and also Arsenal haven't lost to City over the last couple of seasons in terms of the league. So there is still that sort of mentality block when it comes to this tie, this particular game or fixture, home and away. We have to play them in the league. Come the 19th of April, we still have to play them, and it's going to be a tough one. But let's focus on today. Now, today at the Wembley, we've got confirmation that we might be without Timber and Odegaard. Other than that, we've got a fairly strong squad. And then they don't have Donnarumma in starting lineup. They've got Trafford, very young goalkeeper, but also very talented goalkeeper. And he's brought them to the final. Likewise did Kepa. Brought us to the final. He had a couple of clean sheets in the running of this cup competition, and we obviously had to make the final for our first time after so many years. 2020 was our last final we won at Wembley, and it was FA Cup against Chelsea. Now today it's got so much significance lying. And I don't think it will make any impact on our league title or our league standings and running. Same with FA Cup and also the Champions League. This is a cup and a final on his individuality, on his ace. However, it can build some momentum and also create any sort of confidence, whether win or lose. So it will just give us that hunger to go for more. So again, City is going to come out and play their normal style of football. They will come and try and keep possession, or they will keep us like they did at the Emirates early in the season, where they scored one and they went to go sit back in a low block, knowing that Arsenal struggles in a low block. But we have found a way to come through low blocks. Now, there's word and rumors that they've prepared for the likes of Odegaard to be in the 10, but I don't think Odegaard is gonna play. So I think we stick to Kepa in goal. We've got White at right back, Saliba, Gabriel, and I think Calafiori is gonna come in the left back. And then we got Rice and Zubamendi and Eze in the center. Then we've got Saka on the right wing, I think Trossard on the left wing, and then we've got either Havertz or Victor Gyökeres. I'm a bit in two minds when it comes to who's playing up front. Is it Havertz or is it Gyökeres? Now, depending on what Mikel Arteta is going to do, he's going to obviously pivot that particular position, because either or can do well against City. But I think if I had my money put on a bet, I'll probably go with Victor Gyökeres. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to go with Victor Gyökeres. His confidence is high, and he had a bit of a tantrum when he came off against Everton, because he really wanted to. He enjoyed himself, he had a good game, although he didn't score, but he had a couple of shots. And I think having to have Diaz and John Stones there, not sure how John Stones might be physically, or with his injury history. Although I think Pep is going to play the players that he can trust in a final. But in the same time, Gyökeres is becoming a very pain in the butt for defenders. And if he can rub up Diaz the wrong way, he will then turn his sights on John Stones. Now, John Stones is not the fittest player, or is not the fastest player. And the same for Gyökeres. He's not that pacey, but I think he's got to stride further than John Stones. So therefore, I think I based my theory for Victor Gyökeres on that. Now, there's two types of ways we can go in this game. We can play relaxed and play our normal game, which I think we probably would, and not to withstand that we can play an attacking game. People will probably expect Arsenal to open up. City will probably expect Arsenal to open up. But by and large, Arsenal can contain City and get the odd goal. FC, set piece, FC, ole ole. Or if City plays a high line, we can go on the attack on the overlap from our fullbacks, and also the counter attack is very, very pivotal in this. Also, Eze is going to play a very, very big role in the 10. And for the last couple of games, Eze has really, really showed how and why. And this will probably bring memories back where they played the FA Cup against Man City last season at Wembley. And I think Eze would want to get to that stage where he can be a big player in a big game. So there's so much so much to play for, but I also think City is going to give it a tough time. City has been in these positions many times in the last 6 years. We only been there once, and twice, when we played at Wembley with FA Cup and the Community Shields. But at the end of the day, It is all about what's going to happen on the day. Again, I can see a Wembley curse broken today, or I can see the Wembley curse taking hold of him, because that is a big mentality block. And for a player like Haaland, he doesn't like to be frustrated. And with City playing Haaland together with Semenyo, it's like he's becoming that player that sort of hold Haaland back, because they're playing alongside each other. So there's so many things, positives and negatives, we can take away. I don't have a lot of time to obviously unpack those things, but from City's perspective, I think they've got a good squad coming into this game. They've got Rodri and they've got O'Reilly in the center with Silva. Then they've got Semenyo, and they've got Serki maybe, and then of course Haaland up front, and then they've got Teis Nunes, they've got John Stones, they've got Ruben Diaz, and then they've got Ant Nouri and Trafford in goal. So that's going to be a very good squad. However, the last week for City has been really poor. 2 losses and a draw in the last 3 games. And they have conceded a lot of goals. They've conceded 5 against Real Madrid and 1 against West Ham. And I think that West Ham game sandwiched in between the 2 Real Madrid fixtures was really the blow for them, I think, mentality-wise. And people have been saying that they have been the mentality monsters. However, this is football, these are human beings. And when things are not going your way, you can become pressured in your own mind. So I obviously would want to go for a Arsenal win, but it's going to be a tough one. But yeah, let's see how the games go on. Hit the like, subscribe to Guno Matters, and also help this channel obviously to grow more and more. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this, but also most importantly, a comment from you will make this channel go a long way. So put your comments. What do you think is going to come out in this game? I would like to know what your thoughts are. I'd like to know what your predictions might be. And I'd like to know, even if you don't agree with me, I'd like to know what is your opinion about what might transpire today. Both teams in transition are very capable, but also they're going to be a match for each other. The top teams of the Premier League, first and second, can go either way today. So people say it's a 50-50. For me, I think it's more of a 60-40. Probably a more biased take from an Arsenal perspective, but I think we might just be a bit strong for City in that regard. But let's wait and see. I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll throw my hands up. But thank you for watching, thank you for your comments, and thank you for the likes. Peace out, enjoy the game, and we'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.